My name is Arjun, and I run a company called Let's Get Packing. A little bit about me. Before launching this, I used to be a banker. I worked with Citi. I was a management consultant. I worked with a company called the Hay Group. And I have a relatively complicated family background, which actually led to everything falling into place. My dadi was a Muslim before she married my dada. My dada was born in Peshawar, but he was an atheist. My dad is a Sikh, my mom's a Hindu, and to complicate things further, they put me in a Christian school. So that's a little bit about me. I don't know how to define myself. I would probably just call myself an Indian. I think that's the safest way to express oneself. My father was still very recently. He was in the revenue service, so that meant that he was posted in a number of cities, a number of smaller towns, and typical of a government posting, you won't be at one place for more than 2 years. So every time at the end of his tenure, he would trot into the room and tell my mom, because my mom Sonu, so Sonu, let's get packing. And so it was quite funny because every 2 years we would just settle down in one place and we would be acting like locals, and suddenly you would now, let's get packing now. So that's actually what led to the name. I know it's a very ordinary name, but somehow it just stuck in my head through all these years. Now one thing that really I think worked for my younger brother and me is that it wasn't as if travel was something that we thought of. Traveling especially across India was something that was a little bit of a necessity because of my father's job, and a little bit of exploring places around the places that my father was posted in, because we as a family loved holidaying. At an average, till I was 18 years old, we used to do at least 3 holidays across India every year. And my father had a very, very clear condition that till I turn 18, there are going to be no foreign vacations. You need to love India and enjoy India, and see the diversity for yourself, and not just read it in the history book or the social studies book that your teacher dictates in class. And I think that was a real telling difference. So we were sitting in Calcutta, where we became Bengalis. We were posted in Chennai, where we became Madrasis. We were in Ambala, where we became Haryanvis. Finally, we were in Shimla, where we became Himachali. So it was feeling like a local wherever you went. Just digressing a little bit, is everybody here from Delhi or spent a relative amount of time in Delhi? How many of you have, say, visited a Red Fort or the Hoskas monuments right here on a once-a-year basis? One person out of probably 10 or 15, but that unfortunately is the reality of the story. We as locals are not really locals. We live in a very cosmopolitan world where we start feeling and acting in a certain way. One of the objectives in starting and becoming a full-time traveler, rather than sitting at a desk job and talking about $1 billion deal, was that you wanted to get out, you wanted to be a local irrespective of where you went, and you wanted to take people along with you and make them feel like locals too. So typically it's like leaving Delhi and even going to a Jaipur or going to an Agra, but you're feeling as if you're a local everywhere. So invariably it's like a tour by a local for locals. And so you're not really feeling out of place. So a question, what defines me? It's everything. These are some family pictures taken over the last 20 years. At the top that's Kashmir, that's Himachal, that's Shillong and Sikkim. You've got Madhya Pradesh, Orissa, it's Goa, then there's Kerala, there's Rajasthan over there, that's Andhra Pradesh. It's all over the place, because that at the end of the day I think is what defines, well, I've written me, but that's what really defines a true traveler. It's not just about the destination, it's about the journey, it's about meeting new people, meeting new cultures, becoming a part of that culture and feeling as if you're home wherever you are. You're never really away from anything, and that's when you're really connecting, not just with other people, but more importantly, you're connecting with yourself. As children, all of us had this one odd profession or odd career choice that we may have wanted to take. Like someone may have said, you know, you want to be a doctor, a lawyer. When I was 3 years old, I wanted to be an engine driver so that I could travel all across the country. I'm doing exactly that today. The only difference is I'm a Raju guide. And, and I think that's what the thing is. You don't want to lose that innocence in you, and you want to instill that into other people. And that's what led to the formation of my company, and Let's Get Packing, and trying to encourage other people to come join the fray. One of the other things that I realized when I was traveling was not just family vacations but on my own, was that there's no guidebook, there's no local himself who can really tell you about the place or the city or the village that you're in its entirety. It's up to you as an individual itself. A small example, a Lonely Planet guidebook has one paragraph about the Hotspur monuments. It fails to mention that this is one of the prettiest sites in the entire city. There's probably a map of the Mehrauli Archaeological Park, but it fails to mention these are monuments spread across 7 different centuries, across 4 different dynasties. So it's basic things like this which we felt are really, really important. So we did something really funny to spread awareness about the Mehrauli Archaeological Park. In August, we launched what we called haunted tours across the city, which we started taking people by night inside the Mehrauli Archaeological Complex, obviously with police permission and so on, and with the police escort and so on and so forth. And the reaction that we got from people was not that we saw a ghost. We didn't know this monument exists here. It's like a huge bloody place. It's like 2 square kilometers. How would you not know it's here? But that's the reality of the situation. So we developed a concept of spreading, rather than say having a run-of-the-mill visit Jaipur, visit Agra, we started introducing theme-based tours on a regular basis. Of course, the haunted tours have taken off to a larger scale than expected, but we did a Vedic tour very recently for a group of Norwegians, which was spread across the hinterland of UP, which are places where beyond the Varanasi, no one really goes anywhere. We did a trek to the Valley of Flowers, and then we combined that with Rupkund and places like that, which are places that people may not have even heard of over here, right? So the objective was to really show people the kind of diversity that India has, and at the same point in time connect with those places and feel as if that you lived here and that you're a local in this place itself. So that's exactly what we do, and what we try to do is. Because unique experiences are hard to find and local experiences are hard to book, which was the process in launching what we did. This was a very odd picture. This was in fact taken at the Nicholson Cemetery, the picture on the left. So we were, and that's me on the right, that's Gaurav, who's heading the Indian Paranormal Society, but you just couldn't find a picture of anyone else on that trip. No one wanted to get photographed. For a variety of reasons. I'm not a very big talker. I can't go on for 20 minutes as Kaveri had requested. But I'll leave you with 2 things on what we're doing next. There's some things that are very, very close to my heart. One is working for street animals, especially stray dogs. So one of the things that we will be doing is giving most of our profits, which means about 30% of our profits for, no, we're not opening an NGO, we'll probably be working with an NGO for the upliftment of street animals and helping them get a home. And the second thing that we wanted to do, what I wanted to do by talking about today, was to ask you as individuals, there's a traveler in all of us, and the only question is, do we have the motivation to get out? The biggest motivation that I can give you is, I was sharing with Binoy, one of the things that we're doing is launching an online company next month, which is where all you have to do is just post your profile, and you can select the kind of tours or activities that you want to do as individuals. We'll help you in getting people. And tours can be anything from a walk around the Mehrauli Archaeological Park to a tour of Jaipur and Agra. An activity can be something which may appeal to the ladies, which can be something as simple as taking a group of people who become your friends shopping around Delhi. The idea is to start small, but just get out. That is the main purpose in really in really becoming a traveler. You don't have to venture. You don't have to leave for Kanyakumari tomorrow. You can start small. You can do you can just walk 100 meters into the monuments here right now. It's a very pretty place. If some of you haven't seen it or haven't been there in a long time, so I'll leave you on that note. And if there are any questions, then I'm very happy to answer them.
So your website have your regular whatever tour you are taking?
So I have a website. I primarily work on Facebook or on the handphone. One of the things we stopped doing is the fixed departure tours. We prefer private tours. Correct. So we can customize it for everyone just the way they want it, rather than one person wanting it this way, the other person complaining about the price, and the third person saying I don't like the place of accommodation. But this way, if there's one small group of say 8 to 10 people or even lesser, it's easier to work it out for them.